Don Kryptonium here, the channel where the common sense replace pump it up ideology. I know that's not necessarily something you are looking for, but in this video we are going to discuss DAOs, how to bring value to the DAO tokens, and why Neta is absolutely worthless piece of shit. You might disagree, but I invite you to discussion down in the comments below whether you like or dislike this content. What's your opinion? Like or dislike this video? And of course, this channel is sponsored by the Don Kryptonium itself, validator on the Nomic network. So if you want to support Don Kryptonium, if you have any NOM tokens, you can delegate to Don Kryptonium, or you can also support Don Kryptonium, who help with the Bad Kids node on the Stargaze. Don Kryptonium, big fan of the Bad Kids, as you can see, looking day and night. So let's get to it. Neta. Who came up with the idea of the Neta? And once again, we do expect, we have this unclear vision of the blockchain developers trusting their economic geniuses, when in fact they might be good developers, but they might be economic retards. And I'm sorry if these words offend anyone, and I got hooked up on this, so you can also call me the retard, because a few months ago I made a video about feeling great because I got the airdrop of Neta 16.2 tokens that around a week after I received that, or 2 weeks after I received that, was worth like $50,000. You would think I sold it, bought myself a nice car, the jewelry for my wife, had a beautiful trip around the world. No. I thought it's gonna pump even more. And that's how stupid I am. So what is Neta? Neta is the token that was born from the complex of Ion on Osmosis. So another useless token that people believed will become something because people had hype about the DAOs. In fact, it pumped to $20,000 token without any backing intrinsic value, none of this. And it came in the time of January, so the time when the Neta was approaching, so it's natural to understand the hype of Neta was great. And you could read even from some developers that Neta is just going places like 10k, 20k. You could read that, you could really read that. And when everyone is, even cretin can look like a genius during the bear market, during the bull market, sorry. And I think that's what we got hooked up on. We do regret because we could have good money. But let's see the black paper and let's see the holes. Neta is money on the Juno network. What is money? Money is something we use to exchange things. So Neta was the empty token that was created, and it has some, you see, it's deflationary. It doesn't inflate. It's not flexible. So with that, it doesn't have use in the real world because the store of value doesn't make sense to use it as the tradable money. But even more, as the store of value, Neta was distributed without the plan for itself. There was no plan to make Neta some ecosystem. It was like, let the community decide. And with that, the Neta was just the empty DAO token. And this is the also problem I have with DeFi as such. DeFi is great, don't get me wrong, but when you go to the exchanges, we often see two DAO tokens without any value behind it being exchanged, and there is speculation on the value that doesn't actually exist there. You see, for example, the Neta is, in fact, there is such a strong still living in delusion, and I don't think it's good to hold to delusion for too long, that Neta is any valuable. And it's pulled with Juno, and it's even incentivized with the another token that doesn't really carry any value, which is raw DAO, So I understand if people get angry at this video and maybe actually make something would be great. Don't really care. So that's actually what I wanted to say about the Neta. Let's not hope, and let's establish the facts that Neta is failing because it doesn't really have intrinsic value, and it will always happen the same if you don't do the value. And here I want to bring example of WinDAO. I believe that's how it's called. And this is the DAO by the creator of Cosmos, co-creator of Cosmos, and we still don't really have the certainty it will be successful. But here seems like this DAO might be coming with some idea. I did receive the airdrop, so it's not tradable. I guess it's for people who receive the airdrop, but let's see what they seem to be planning better. And it's surprising the Neta came with like no plan, no nothing, which is ridiculous. Because do you have someone thinking there in the Core One team? Like seriously, because it was done by Core. Is there anyone? Hello, real world here. Real humans. I know you might not have these real feelings anymore. Highly incentivized as a Genesis, I understand, takes away some part of humanity. But okay, while designing the tokenomics, we spent time making this token sustainable, both environmentally and financially. Of course, the financial part is more important for me. I will become more environmental once I'm multimillionaire, as everyone. We do not want to repeat the mistakes of KlimaDAO, which tried to contribute to the environment while replicating Olympus DAO Ponzinomics. I don't know what's the KlimaDAO. Instead, would slowly grow 3x over 1 year, then make 100x in 2 months to lose it all in the following 2 months. So you see, that's not really great. We feel Osmo and Juno are better models of growth curve to aim for. So the longer term growth. We accomplish this, and this is really important part. So how to create the DAO? We accomplish this by providing real value to win DAO. And honestly, because Win was distributed for free, so it does seem that developers within WinDAO actually are financially stable and does not require financing of the initial idea, so they still going to do it. Governance backed by real projects which drive long-term value, and this is keyword, real. Neta, you see here, backed, this is the backed by real projects. Neta, backed by nothing, by voting. And slowly increasing the liquidity via vesting rather than a massive dump. I don't think that vesting has any. We also feel 3-digit APRs are inherently unsustainable, and the WinDAO will focus on longer-term incentives for holders, not for yield farmers. This is really important part. This seems like WinDAO has someone who through the life got the ability, someone who is actually financially stable and got the ability to use the brain. And that's actually really rare in the crypto markets. It's rare that people actually think. So what WinDAO, I read somewhere, they plan to build maybe exchanges, the marketplaces. Of course, you need assets to build it. Maybe they don't need, they're gonna build it and start small. And with that, the assets they will build, let's say example, the Juno swap could be exchanged. It generates the value via swap fees. If part of the swap fees go to the pockets of the DAO holders, it's working enterprise. And I believe under the name of Wind, this sort of decentralized enterprise will be created. What's the danger of this? Of course, the danger is community, because I do feel the community is often very destructive. So maybe DAOs will evolve into something different, but I hope the community will not be blinded by the short-term gains or emotional decisions, rather function like adults who really think of sustainability and financial value to them and driving profits to them, because this is really important. And we could even argue, you see, still Still, right now we have 3-digit APR on staking of Juno. And Jake Harnell wanted to increase the tax from 2% to 5% to put to community pool. At the same time, the core members like benefiting on the high inflation. And why not donate a little bit of your part as well, like 20%? I just think, okay. So we'll see how it's going to do. This is why Neta will not work with their like money, store of value. No one needs that. It doesn't scale, not flexible. Preserving the value in the holders doesn't create the new value, has no incentives for the kind of, entrepreneurship within the ecosystem. So that's my issues. I feel this video may be a little bit boring. At the end, recommendation once again, delegate to Don Kryptonium or Bad Kids. I might buy some. I wanted to buy this one. There is like issue with the purchasing of this one. So need to be sorted. Anyway, till the next time. Don Kryptonium out.